Amaya. Like, point blank period, bullying. Like, Alandria, it was not her business to tell about Chris and them kissing because they just kissed last night and she just told Alandria this morning time. And her and Shelly didn't even have the conversation yet about their argument. Hey, folks, it's your girl, Shelly May. Welcome back to my channel. So you already know we're back with Love Island USA episode 26. Let's hop straight into it. I'll start off with Brian and Jaden. Brian did express last time that he had interest in Jaden. But I've been told y'all that Jaden was not feeling Austin like that. So I'm not surprised that she like, oh, I thought I was closed off the whole time, but now I'm open to get to know Brian. Like, I told y'all the whole time she was just playing it safe for Austin. Nick and Huda, I basically, to be honest, just want to hop straight into this challenge. So I'll probably speak more on Nick and Huda about the challenge. But we seen a little conversation on the deck. And then him and I don't even get his point of keep trying to, like, console her. I get he's been a good friend because Nick is, like, the friend around the villa. But it's like, at the end of the day, like, how she even ended that conversation, it was like, oh, you're a good friend, but you did try to vote me off twice. Now, I've been told y'all that Pepe, we basically wasn't seeing Pepe and Grayson, and when you're not really seeing a couple on Love Island, that means they don't really have a connection like that. So, and I knew that Pepe was feeling Hannah still, because even though he turned down Adrena, I told y'all that Grayson looked more similar to Hannah. So I can tell that was his type from the jump, and yeah. So, how do y'all feel about Pepe still missing Hannah? Like, do you think he should leave the island or what? Because if this is the case, like Sierra did say in the challenge, if you're missing Hannah that much, then why are you still here? Shelly, Alandria, and Sierra. Like, y'all notice at the beginning of the season, it was always Shelly, Alandria, and Huda. And then Sierra came in, like, she was one of the first bombshells. So she came in quite early. So she was like the fourth. But now, I do notice that it is like Alandria and Shelly is kicking out Huda for Alandria. If y'all catch my drift, even how it was just 3 at the beginning. Just like with the boys with Ace Taylor and... Now let's hop straight into the challenge, y'all. Okay, so with Austin, I'm going to read down the line like how they read. Austin, with he was giving no girl no effort. I do disagree with that because even though I did not think that Shelly and Austin had a connection, I do think that he was like putting in as much as you can. Yeah, Ace was putting in more, like trying to do the dates and all that, but I think that's the point if you're already coupled up. Like, Austin was already coupled up with Shelly, so the Ace was doing more to make sure if they was to recouple that he would recouple with Shelly. So how do y'all feel about that? I need y'all to comment down below how y'all feel about all of everybody's cards, period, in y'all opinions on it. I did see on TikTok, like, we know that Sierra is friends with Johnny from a previous season, as well as Cassie. So I seen earlier that they said that she was like playing it safe and she knows the in and outs of Love Island and she's trying to stay on her. So do y'all agree with that or not? Because now that I've seen that, I am kind of looking, it does give that she give like the right answers in the right conversation with the girls. You know, everything to win Love Island. So what's your opinions on that? And what's your opinions on what they said about her sending Hannah home? Because I still disagree with them sending Hannah home instead of Iris and Amaya. Like, I don't think Amaya should have went home, but I definitely think Iris should have went home at the beginning. Nothing against Iris, but it's just like, she just got there. And I guess sometimes it's being biased, like, why send somebody home that just got there because they need a fair chance. But, like, why send Hannah home if she was playing Love Island fair? She did have a connection with Charlie. He got sent home, and then now she got a connection with Pepe. Like, let her finish it out. So what's y'all thoughts on that? Do y'all agree with Sierra and just the girls' response period about sending Hannah home? And about how Grayson's reaction was when they even asked Pepe about the situation. And she like, basically, do y'all feel like he was dragging her home? Because at the beginning of the episode, he did tell the guys that he was not messing with Grayson like that. And he did say that he wasn't going to leave her on. So I don't think that he's malicious about it, because if he was malicious, I think he would have played it safe and got with Adrena. Okay, y'all, this is the main one. Amaya. Like, point blank period, bullying. Like, do y'all feel like they was bullying Amaya or not? And I definitely feel like more of the girls should have spoke up. I feel like Adrena wanted to say more. I think even during the whole little challenge, like, she was like holding her and she was saying little things here and there. But back to Amaya, y'all. Like, what in the bullying? Why did Austin, he wrote the little thing about Amaya, about her being too pushy and all that. And we've been saying this, obviously they've been like vocalizing it. That's why I always say poor Amaya, because it's like, what the heck? And then Austin wants to say, at least he admitted that he was the one that said it. And then Ace chiming in. And one thing I will say, I can tell that when Ace chimed in, even though he said his opinions, which he didn't have no business saying it anyways, including the Zach. But at the end, I could tell when he like budge, you don't know if he was like an angry budge or it kind of gave, he wanted to get up and give her a hug or like console her or something. Just like we seen when she walked off and she said she needed a break, he tried to get up too. But I definitely agree with the boys, like, Ace, come back and sit down, because there's no time or no need for no man right now to be trying to approach Amaya, especially all that y'all just had to say about her. How do y'all feel about that? And especially even Zach chiming in. I like how Amaya was like, do not talk to me. Like, they are in a couple. And even how he didn't talk to her the whole day, even at the beginning of the episode with her conversation with Zach, and then she was even crying. And it's like, you could have expressed to me then that that's why that you like didn't talk to me for a whole day, or that you're trying to get to know Landry now. Like, tell me what it is. Just like Ace did confront Austin and was like, you never say good things about Amaya, which to me though was Ace trying to save face after what he said to Amaya to get Amaya back on his good side, and not seem like they was bullying Amaya. But yeah, I definitely agree with Amaya. Like, Zach, you had all day to say this to me. We're in a couple together. Like, we literally sleeping in bed. You could have told me that. Just like with Austin. So how do y'all feel about that? Because I definitely feel like it was bullying, and I did not like to see my girl Amaya up there crying like that. Now, Ace and Austin, I'm actually happy that Austin did stand on business. He did say that he was the one that said it, and he wasn't scared, because though he did express, and we all know that after Love Island ends and they all get off, they gonna see what each other said about each other anyway. So it's best to stand on business now, which I didn't expect that from Austin, but I'm happy that he did. How do y'all feel about Ace's response? Because I do agree with Austin. It was, I've been said this, it was Jeremiah, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Because it's like, oh, you're too in with Huda. But then again, like, and I get Ace's point, like, oh, with Adrena, was he like all into you? But like, duh, he wasn't with Huda no more. Like, obviously, it was day one or day two. And just pulling each other for chats, and he didn't have no interest with nobody else in the villa. So what did y'all expect from him? So how do y'all feel about that? But I do like Austin speaking up and saying that, yeah, Jeremiah was damn if you do, damn if you don't. I don't get even Ace saying, I have some heart and you don't. I feel like Ace is, like, even the leader, when they talked about Ace being a leader, like, even how Taylor, and they showed Taylor and Nick expression on their faces when he read the card, it was like they knew exactly what the card was talking about, and they know who the followers is and who the leader is. Even now he said, like, I'm a leader and you're not. It was the wrong time. Like, good, you're a leader, but it was the wrong time to say it, especially when everybody accusing you of being like the leader or the mastermind. Okay, so with Shelly, how do y'all feel about Shelly? I don't even know how I feel about Shelly right now. She is like, I used to mess with Shelly a lot, but to me on this episode, I can't even lie to you. Alandria and Shelly kind of put me off. Even just at the beginning, it's just like you kind of threw Huda and y'all friendship off, and I did not expect Alandria to do that too, because now it's giving like Shelly is the leader, just like Ace is the leader, and then that Alandria and Sierra, even how Sierra kept on chiming in. How do y'all feel about Ace sitting there the whole time, and then Shelly and Christine? Because if you ask me, Shelly really does feel some type of way, even with Huda's situation. Even how she brought up with Huda bringing in Chris, like I've been saying, and was like, oh, it was really for you, it was for me. But I do like how Huda, when she read her card, how she stood up on business and was like, I don't have to tell you, like Alandria, it was not her business to tell about Chris and them kissing, because they just kissed last night, and she just told Alandria this morning time. And her and Shelly didn't even have the conversation yet about the argument or about the situation with Ace in the Heartbreak Challenge. So, like, give it a break. Like, I feel like Alandria was pushing out her anger onto Huda right now, which I didn't expect that, because even though I seen Shelly wasn't messing with Huda, and Sierra, to me, she's trying to like replace Huda in that little friendship. Even though Sierra still got her own personal friendship with Iris, which nothing is wrong with that. And how do you feel about Iris? Keep chiming in too. So even with the Huda situation, and like with Shelly too, my personal opinion on that, I think Shelly still likes Chris, and that's her problem. So I don't even know why Ace is sitting here sweating. Shelly, even his face expressions when like Shelly and Huda was going at it, still was like, you team Shelly, I get it. But to me, Shelly ain't giving team you. Okay, but I do agree with kind of not, but also with Shelly saying that Huda, it was different boundaries when you was coupled up with Jeremiah and you didn't want none of the girls to like kiss him or take that extra mile or whatever with him. So do the same too. But I can get Huda too, because it's like Chris is back, and then you're not closed off. Me and Jeremiah was basically closed off, even though they said it wasn't closed off. And it's like you kept on, even how we see in tonight's challenge, you like Chris and Ace as well. So I think it's just fair game on it. I do like how he was like, about the whole, are you trying to stay in the villa or not? I know that definitely put him off on Shelly, and now he is going to be all the way in on Huda, like he said, because he kept on saying, I could have been playing basketball overseas right now. So I did like how he stood on business. That's why he got the round of applause that he got. Comment about Landry and the testing. We seen that she had this conversation with the Casa Amor girls. We seen after Clark and Landry had a conversation about them just being a test, that she had a conversation with the Casa Amor girls. And then the Landry was like, I did not mean it like that, girl. Everybody's a test. Bombshells, Casa Amor girls. Take it how you want to take it. So how do y'all feel about that? And like she said, she respected her writing it, but I really don't care too much about Clark and Alandria and Taylor until we get to Taylor right now. Because, okay, y'all, they murdered Taylor in the end in GTA. Dead, y'all. They murdered Taylor. Literally. Because, and he got what he should have got. Now, okay, so before I'm about to say how Alandria stood on business, first of all, because even how Hoodie even before was like, you been handling this so gracefully, and I would have been crashed out. Like, I would have been crashed out too. You see Serena last season, as she threw the toast on Cordell, would have been did that. Even still trying to bring me breakfast. I think one time he didn't bring her breakfast and just brought the Clark breakfast. And that's why I like how she expressed. How do you say that you keep on trying to get to know me, but then you're not even showing up for me? Even how Hoodie even chimed in too. Which I really don't even know why Hoodie even did that, because after Alandria even trying to tell the little kiss stuff, everybody done confused me this episode, y'all. But how Alandria was like, you never spare my feelings, I always spared yours. I like how she even brought up that she could have sent his ass home. She chose to stick with him and then send Jayla home. So, like, the respect off of that, the 3 days, I'm just happy that she said how she really been feeling this whole time, because, man, that's what we got a voice for. That's what we got tears for. Express how you really feel. And because I was getting a little worried that you keep on liking Taylor, but you're not telling Taylor how you even feel about him bringing Clark back, how he been treating you since you brought Clark back, and about the whole situation. How I feel about Alandria's response about my girl going off on Taylor, because he deserved it. Okay, now with Taylor. Now his response back, I don't know, it's just coward. So I can't wait till Thursday's episode. I really can't even wait till we see who really get kicked out, because I think we all got a clutch and, you know, someone in mind that is getting kicked out. But okay, the boys even afterwards was like he stood on business, but to me his response, like I said, it was just lame. To me, he couldn't handle Alandria being like real and calling him out on his BS. So then he was just like, oh, I can't be a kid, and I like actually like, how old is you? And we all knew in the end, it was like, oh, you want me to pick a choice? I picked Clark. Like, whoop-de-doo. You and Clark go home on Thursday night. Okay, so that's my thoughts on tonight's episode, y'all. To me, it's just crazy. Who I think stood on business was Pepe. Yeah, he like Hannah, but, I mean, yeah, he misses Hannah, but do y'all think he should go home or not? And Chris stood on business as well. And I do like how Brian, with the situation with Amaya, he was like, we're Hispanics. That's how we talk in a Hispanic household. Like, get it together. Literally, y'all. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts down below. Make sure you guys like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time I post a brand new video. Stay blessed, my loves.